The Art of Money, written and published by Rich Audiobooks. Lesson 1. Budget like a boss. Most people hear the word budget and immediately think of restriction, limitation, and tedious number crunching. But wealthy people see budgeting differently. They view it as a freedom tool, a roadmap to their financial dreams, and the foundation of their wealth-building journey. This fundamental shift in perspective marks the difference between those who merely wish for wealth and those who systematically build it. The wealthy approach budgeting with the mindset of a CEO examining their company's financial statements. They understand that a budget isn't about depriving yourself, it's about making strategic decisions with your resources. Just as a business owner allocates capital to generate the highest returns, wealthy people use their budgets to maximize the impact of every dollar they earn. A wealth-building budget starts with understanding your current financial reality without judgment. Rich people know their exact monthly income, fixed expenses, and discretionary spending patterns. They don't guess or approximate. They deal in precise figures because accuracy leads to better decisions. This level of clarity allows them to spot opportunities for optimization that others miss, whether it's unnecessary subscriptions, excessive fees, or spending that doesn't align with their values. Technology has transformed budgeting from a tedious chore into a seamless part of daily life. Wealthy people leverage apps, automation, and artificial intelligence to track their finances in real time. They don't wait until the end of the month to review their spending. They maintain a daily awareness of their financial position. This immediate feedback loop allows them to make rapid adjustments and prevent small leaks from becoming major financial drains. The most successful budgeters understand the power of categorization. They divide their income into distinct buckets: necessities, wealth-building investments, education, lifestyle choices, and giving. This organization goes beyond simple expense tracking. It creates a framework for intentional living. Each category has a specific purpose and contributes to their overall financial strategy. Consider Sarah, who transformed her relationship with money through strategic budgeting. Starting with a modest income, she created a budget that allocated 50% to essential expenses, 30% to investments and savings, and 20% to lifestyle choices. Within 5 years, she had built a 7-figure investment portfolio while maintaining a lifestyle she enjoyed. Her budget wasn't about restriction, it was about strategic allocation that served her long-term vision. Wealthy people also build flexibility into their budgets. They understand that life is dynamic and financial plans must adapt. Rather than creating rigid structures that crack under pressure, they develop fluid systems that can absorb unexpected expenses while maintaining progress toward their goals. This might mean having an opportunities fund for unexpected investments or maintaining larger emergency reserves than conventional wisdom suggests. The true power of budgeting like a boss lies in its compound effect over time. Small, consistent decisions about where to direct your resources add up to massive differences in wealth accumulation. Wealthy people understand that each budgeting decision is a vote for their future self. They choose to invest in assets rather than liabilities, experiences rather than possessions, and growth rather than immediate gratification. Most importantly, wealthy people view their budget as a living document that evolves with their financial journey. As income grows, they resist lifestyle inflation, instead directing additional resources toward wealth-building opportunities. They regularly review and adjust their budgeting strategy, ensuring it continues to serve their expanding financial goals and changing life circumstances. Lesson 2. Track every dollar. Money loves attention. The wealthy understand that every dollar flowing through their lives deserves to be acknowledged, recorded, and directed with purpose. This fundamental practice of tracking creates a level of financial awareness that separates those who build lasting wealth from those who simply earn and spend. When you begin tracking your money, you're essentially becoming a financial scientist, observing the patterns and behaviors that drive your economic life. This isn't about judgment or restriction, it's about illumination. Just as a doctor needs vital signs to assess health, you need clear financial data to make informed decisions about your money. The simple act of recording transforms vague assumptions into concrete reality. The wealthy approach tracking with sophisticated simplicity. They leverage technology while maintaining personal engagement with their numbers. Modern apps and software can automatically categorize transactions, but the rich take time to review these categorizations, ensuring they truly understand where their money flows. This hands-on approach creates an intimate relationship with their finances that no automated system alone can provide. Most people underestimate the power of small, untracked expenses. A wealthy person knows that a $5.00 daily coffee habit isn't just about the coffee. It's about the $1,825.00 annual investment opportunity that coffee represents. By tracking every dollar, patterns emerge that reveal not just where money goes, but where it could go instead. This awareness becomes a catalyst for intentional choices rather than reactive spending. The practice of tracking extends beyond personal expenses to business and investment activities. Wealthy people maintain clear records of their various income streams, investment returns, and business expenses. This comprehensive tracking allows them to quickly identify which activities generate the highest return on investment, both in terms of money and time. They can then adjust their focus and resources accordingly, optimizing their wealth-building efforts. Tracking also reveals the hidden costs that erode wealth over time. Bank fees, subscription services, unnecessary insurance coverage, and other recurring expenses become immediately visible when every dollar is tracked. The wealthy use this information to eliminate financial leaks that most people never notice. These savings, when redirected to investments, compound over time into significant wealth. The psychology of tracking creates a powerful feedback loop. When you know you'll need to record an expense, you become more thoughtful about making it in the first place. This isn't about guilt or deprivation, it's about conscious choice. Wealthy people use tracking to ensure their spending aligns with their values and goals, rather than letting money slip away mindlessly. Many people resist tracking because they fear what they'll discover about their financial habits. The wealthy embrace this knowledge, understanding that awareness is the first step toward improvement. They approach tracking with curiosity rather than judgment, viewing it as a tool for growth rather than a mechanism for self-criticism. The most successful tracking systems are those that become second nature. Wealthy people often spend just a few minutes daily reviewing their transactions, making notes, and ensuring everything is properly categorized. This small time investment yields enormous returns in terms of financial clarity and control. They understand that tracking isn't about perfection, it's about maintaining a consistent awareness that guides better financial decisions. In the digital age, tracking has become easier than ever, yet many still fail to do it consistently. The wealthy see beyond the minor inconvenience of recording transactions to the massive advantage it provides in building and maintaining wealth. They know that you can't improve what you don't measure, and you can't build real wealth without knowing exactly where you stand financially at all times. Lesson 3. Invest consistently. The world's most successful investors share one defining characteristic. They invest with remarkable consistency, regardless of market conditions, economic headlines, or their emotional state. This steadfast approach to investing harnesses the incredible power of compound interest, what Einstein allegedly called the eighth wonder of the world. Consider the mathematics of consistency. An investor who puts away $500, 0 cents monthly, starting at age 25, earning an average 8% annual return, will accumulate over $1,500,000, 0 cents, by age 65. Yet someone who waits until 35 to begin the same investment practice will amass only about $650,000, 0 cents. The 10-year difference illustrates why wealthy people treat consistent investing as seriously as breathing. It's not optional, it's essential. Successful investors understand that timing the market is a fool's errand. Instead, they embrace dollar-cost averaging, systematically investing fixed amounts at regular intervals. This approach removes emotion from the equation and ensures they're buying more shares when prices are low and fewer when prices are high. The wealthy don't try to catch the bottom or sell at the peak. They know consistency beats clever timing almost every time. But consistency requires overcoming powerful psychological barriers. Our brains are wired to react emotionally to market volatility, making us want to sell when we should buy and buy when we should hold steady. The wealthy combat these instincts through automation. They set up systematic investment plans that transfer money into their investment accounts before they have a chance to spend it or second-guess their strategy. This set-it-and-forget-it approach prevents emotional decision-making from derailing their long-term goals. Asset allocation plays a crucial role in maintaining investment consistency. The wealthy typically build diversified portfolios across multiple asset classes. stocks, bonds, real estate, and alternative investments. This diversification helps smooth out returns over time, making it easier to stick with their investment strategy during market turbulence. They rebalance periodically to maintain their target allocations, but they don't make dramatic shifts based on market predictions or current events. The wealthy also understand that consistent investing requires maintaining adequate cash reserves. Having an emergency fund and short-term savings prevents them from being forced to sell investments at inopportune times. This liquidity buffer gives them the confidence to keep investing through market downturns, knowing they won't need to tap their investments for immediate needs. Education supports consistency. Wealthy investors continuously study market history, understanding that corrections and bear markets are normal parts of the investment cycle. This knowledge helps them maintain perspective during market declines, viewing them as opportunities rather than disasters. They focus on the long-term historical upward trajectory of markets rather than short-term fluctuations. Perhaps most importantly, wealthy investors understand that consistency in investing reflects a deeper truth about wealth building. It's a marathon, not a sprint. They don't seek overnight riches or try to make up for past mistakes with aggressive bets. Instead, they trust in the power of time and compound returns to grow their wealth steadily and sustainably. This patience and consistency, more than any particular investment strategy or market timing, is what ultimately sets wealthy investors apart from the crowd. The wealthy also recognize that consistent investing means continuing to invest during good times, not just recovering markets. Many investors make the mistake of becoming more aggressive after markets have risen substantially, effectively buying high. The consistently successful investor maintains their predetermined investment strategy regardless of whether markets are hitting new highs or recent lows. Lesson 4. Study wealth daily. The wealthiest people share a common trait that sets them apart from the average person. They never stop learning about money. While most people finish their financial education with a basic understanding of budgeting or investing, the wealthy approach financial knowledge as a daily practice, similar to how athletes train or musicians rehearse. This commitment to continuous financial education manifests in various forms. Many successful people start their day by reading financial news, market updates, or books about wealth creation for at least 30 minutes. They understand that the financial world is dynamic, with new opportunities and challenges emerging constantly. This daily ritual keeps them informed about market trends, legislative changes, and innovative wealth-building strategies that others might miss. Beyond reading, wealthy people actively seek out mentors and peers who can share their experiences and insights. They join mastermind groups, attend financial seminars, and engage in discussions with other successful people. This network becomes an invaluable source of practical knowledge that goes beyond theoretical understanding. They learn from both the successes and failures of others, saving themselves time and resources by avoiding common pitfalls. The wealthy also recognize that financial education isn't limited to traditional sources. They study successful businesses, analyze investment deals, and examine economic patterns in their daily lives. Every transaction becomes a learning opportunity, whether it's negotiating a business deal, purchasing real estate, or simply observing how successful enterprises operate. This practical approach to learning helps them develop a nuanced understanding of how money works in the real world. A crucial aspect of daily wealth study is the immediate application of knowledge. Wealthy people don't just consume information passively, they actively look for ways to implement what they learn. When they discover a new investment strategy, they evaluate how it fits into their portfolio. When they learn about a tax optimization technique, they consult with their advisors to implement it. This action-oriented approach transforms theoretical knowledge into practical results. The wealthy also understand the importance of developing a wealth mindset through continuous exposure to success principles. They listen to financial podcasts during their commute, follow thought leaders on social media, and surround themselves with content that reinforces positive financial habits. This immersion helps reshape their thinking patterns and beliefs about money, gradually aligning their mindsets under wealth-building goals. Documentation plays a vital role in this daily study habit. Many wealthy people maintain investment journals, recording their decisions, outcomes, and lessons learned. They track market observations, document successful strategies, and analyze their mistakes. This practice helps them develop pattern recognition skills and builds a personal knowledge base they can refer to throughout their wealth-building journey. The commitment to studying wealth daily also includes teaching others. Many successful people find that explaining concepts to others deepens their own understanding. Whether through mentoring, writing, or speaking engagements, sharing knowledge forces them to clarify their thinking and often leads to new insights. This cycle of learning and teaching creates a powerful feedback loop that enhances their financial expertise. Time management is crucial in maintaining this daily wealth study habit. The wealthy typically block out specific times for financial education, treating it as a non-negotiable appointment with themselves. They might wake up earlier, use lunch breaks efficiently, or dedicate evening hours to learning. This disciplined approach ensures that financial education remains a priority despite busy schedules. Creating a curriculum for wealth study is another practice of the financially successful. They identify gaps in their knowledge and systematically work to fill them. This might involve studying specific investment vehicles, learning about tax strategies, or understanding different business models. By approaching their financial education with structure and purpose, they ensure comprehensive coverage of essential wealth-building topics. The daily study of wealth is not just about accumulating information, it's about developing wisdom and judgment. Through consistent exposure to financial concepts and real-world applications, wealthy people develop an intuition for opportunities and risks. This refined judgment becomes one of their most valuable assets, helping them make better financial decisions and continue growing their wealth over time. Lesson 5. Delegate what drains you. Time is the ultimate currency of the wealthy, and they understand that not every task deserves their personal attention. The art of delegation isn't just about offloading work. It's about strategically investing your time and energy where they generate the highest returns. This chapter explores how successful people master the skill of effective delegation to build and preserve wealth. The first step in mastering delegation is understanding the true value of your time. If you earn $100.00 per hour in your primary profession, spending 3 hours reconciling bank statements effectively costs you $300.00. Wealthy people regularly audit their activities, identifying tasks that could be performed by others at a fraction of their own hourly rate. This isn't about being above certain work, it's about maximizing the return on your most precious resource. Financial activities often contain numerous tasks that drain energy without adding proportional value. Bill paying, receipt organizing, basic bookkeeping, tax preparation, and investment research are common examples. While these tasks are essential, they don't necessarily require your personal touch. Successful people identify these energy-draining activities and systematically remove them from their daily routines through strategic delegation. Building a reliable financial support team is crucial for effective delegation. This typically includes a certified public accountant, financial advisor, bookkeeper, and perhaps a virtual assistant for administrative tasks. The wealthy view these relationships as investments rather than expenses. A skilled accountant, for instance, often saves multiples of their fee through tax strategy and financial optimization. The key is finding trustworthy professionals who understand your goals and can execute tasks according to your standards. Technology plays an increasingly important role in delegation. Automated bill payment systems, investment platforms, and financial tracking apps can handle many routine tasks that previously required human attention. The wealthy leverage these tools extensively, understanding that digital delegation is often more reliable and cost-effective than human delegation for repetitive tasks. Control is a common concern when beginning to delegate financial responsibilities. Many people resist delegation because they fear losing oversight of their finances. The solution lies in creating clear systems and checkpoints. Successful delegators maintain high-level control while releasing day-to-day execution. They establish regular review processes, key performance indicators, and communication protocols that keep them informed without becoming enmeshed in details. The psychology of delegation often proves challenging for self-made people who built their success through personal effort and attention to detail. However, the wealthy understand that scaling wealth requires scaling time through others. They recognize that their highest value lies in strategic thinking, relationship building, and identifying new opportunities, activities that cannot be delegated. Delegation also creates space for wealth-building activities. When freed from routine financial tasks, successful people invest their time in education, networking, and exploring new investment opportunities. They use their reclaimed hours to attend high-level masterminds, study market trends, or develop new business ventures. This strategic use of delegated time often generates returns that far exceed the cost of delegation. The practice of delegation extends beyond financial tasks to all areas that impact wealth building. Household management, property maintenance, and personal errands are commonly delegated by the wealthy to preserve mental energy for high-value activities. They understand that mental fatigue from routine tasks can impair important financial decisions and creative thinking about wealth creation. Successful delegation is a skill that improves with practice. Start by identifying one financial task that consistently drains your energy and develop a plan to delegate it. Document your processes, select appropriate resources, human or technological, and establish clear expectations. As you experience the benefits of reclaimed time and energy, gradually expand your delegation strategy to encompass more aspects of your financial life. Lesson 6. Save aggressively, spend intentionally. The relationship between saving and spending forms the cornerstone of wealth building, yet most people approach this dynamic backward. They spend first and try to save what's left, a strategy that rarely leads to significant wealth accumulation. The wealthy understand that aggressive saving isn't about deprivation. It's about prioritizing their financial future over momentary pleasures. The concept of paying yourself first revolutionizes how you view saving. Instead of treating savings as an afterthought, successful wealth builders immediately set aside a substantial portion of their income, often 30% or more, before any other expenses are considered. This isn't just about willpower, it's about treating your future self with the same respect you'd give your most important creditor. Intentional spending naturally follows aggressive saving. Once you've secured your savings, every dollar spent becomes a conscious choice rather than an impulse. Wealthy people don't necessarily spend less, they spend smarter. They evaluate purchases based on long-term value rather than short-term satisfaction. This might mean investing in high-quality items that last longer, choosing experiences that enrich their lives, or spending on things that save them time and increase their productivity. The 70/30 rule serves as a practical framework for many wealthy people. By living on 70% of their income and saving or investing 30%, they create a sustainable balance between present comfort and future security. This ratio isn't rigid. Some save even more during high-influence periods or when building toward specific goals. The key is establishing a baseline that challenges you while remaining realistic for your situation. Automation plays a crucial role in maintaining aggressive saving habits. Successful wealth builders remove the emotional element from saving by setting up automatic transfers that occur immediately after income arrives. This system-based approach eliminates the need for constant decision-making and ensures consistency even when motivation wavers. They often maintain multiple automated saving streams for different purposes: retirement, investment opportunities, emergency funds, and specific goals. Breaking the consumption cycle requires a fundamental shift in how you view material possessions. Wealthy people understand that most purchases depreciate in value, and that true wealth comes from acquiring assets that appreciate. They question the underlying motivations for their spending. Are they buying something because they need it, because it will genuinely improve their life, or because they're responding to social pressure or temporary emotions? The concept of value-based spending transforms how wealthy people approach purchases. Instead of focusing solely on price, they consider the return on investment, both financial and personal. They might spend significantly on tools that help them earn more, learn more, or live better, while being frugal in areas that don't align with their values or goals. This selective luxury approach allows them to enjoy their wealth while continuing to build it. Creating a sustainable saving and spending system requires regular review and adjustment. Wealthy people regularly assess their saving rates and spending patterns, looking for opportunities to optimize both. They understand that as income grows, lifestyle inflation doesn't need to follow proportionally. Instead, they often maintain their basic living expenses while directing additional income towards savings and investments. The psychological benefits of aggressive saving extend beyond financial security. Having substantial savings creates a sense of confidence and freedom that influences all aspects of life. It enables better decision-making, reduces stress, and provides the foundation for taking calculated risks that can lead to even greater wealth. When combined with intentional spending, This approach creates a powerful cycle of wealth building that compounds over time. Lesson 7. Negotiate everything. The wealthiest people I've ever met share one surprising trait. They negotiate everything, from major business deals down to their monthly phone bills. This habit isn't about being difficult or penny pinching. It's about recognizing that every dollar saved through negotiation is a dollar that can be invested and multiplied. The first step in becoming a skilled negotiator is embracing a fundamental truth. Everything is negotiable. While prices may appear fixed, there's almost always flexibility built into any transaction. This flexibility exists because businesses expect a certain percentage of customers to negotiate, and they price their products and services accordingly. By not negotiating, you're essentially volunteering to subsidize the discounts given to those who do. Successful negotiation begins with research and preparation. Before entering any discussion, wealthy people gather information about market rates, competitor offerings, and typical discount structures. This knowledge creates confidence and provides leverage. When you know that a service provider regularly offers new customers a 20% discount, you're in a much stronger position to negotiate as an existing customer. The art of negotiation isn't about confrontation, it's about collaboration. Wealthy negotiators focus on creating win-win scenarios by understanding the other party's needs and constraints. They use phrases like, "I want to make this work for both of us," and "What would make this a good deal from your perspective?" This approach transforms negotiation from a battle into a problem-solving exercise where both parties benefit. One powerful technique wealthy people employ is the if-then framework. Instead of demanding discounts outright, they offer something in return. If I pay for the entire year up front, would you be willing to offer a 15% discount? Or if I bring 3 new clients to your business, could we discuss a preferred rate? This approach makes it easier for the other party to say yes while maintaining their sense of value. Recurring expenses deserve special attention in negotiation strategy. Wealthy people regularly review and renegotiate their insurance premiums, credit card rates, subscription services, and vendor contracts. They understand that a $100 0 monthly saving compounds to $1,200 0 annually, money that can be invested for greater return. They maintain calendars for when contracts expire and set reminders to initiate negotiation discussions well in advance. Timing plays a crucial role in successful negotiation. The wealthy know that end-of-month, end-of-quarter, and end-of-year periods often present the best opportunities for deals as businesses strive to meet their targets. They also recognize that the person with the most patience usually gets the better deal. Being willing to walk away and demonstrating that willingness is often what brings the other party back with a better offer. Perhaps most importantly, wealthy negotiators understand the power of silence. After stating their position or making a request, they resist the urge to fill the awkward pause that follows. This silence often prompts the other party to offer concessions or reveal important information that can be used to reach a more favorable agreement. The compounding effect of successful negotiation extends beyond immediate savings. When you negotiate better terms in your business dealings, you create precedents that benefit future transactions. When you successfully negotiate a salary increase, you establish a new baseline for your earning potential. When you secure better rates with vendors, you improve your profit margins permanently. The wealthy approach negotiation as a skill that improves with practice. They start with small, low-stakes situations to build confidence and refine their technique. Each successful negotiation adds to their toolkit of strategies and strengthens their conviction that everything truly is negotiable. This practice transforms negotiation from an uncomfortable confrontation into a natural part of any transaction, ultimately becoming one of the most valuable wealth-building habits in their arsenal. Lesson 8. Monetize your knowledge. In the digital age, your most valuable asset isn't necessarily your bank account or investment portfolio. It's the unique knowledge and expertise you've accumulated over years of experience. Wealthy people understand that knowledge, properly packaged and distributed, can generate substantial passive income streams while helping others succeed. The first step in monetizing your knowledge is conducting a thorough audit of your expertise. Consider not just your professional qualifications, but also the skills you've developed through hobbies, life experiences, and personal challenges you've overcome. Often, the most profitable knowledge isn't what you learned in school, but what you've mastered through real-world application. Whether you're an expert at urban gardening, have deep insights into workplace productivity, or understand the intricacies of vintage car restoration, there's an audience eager to learn from your experience. Successful knowledge monetization requires understanding the various formats through which information can be packaged and sold. Online courses have become increasingly popular, offering a scalable way to reach thousands of students while maintaining high profit margins. Digital products like ebooks, templates, and worksheets provide valuable solutions to specific problems while requiring minimal ongoing effort after creation. Coaching and consulting services, while more time-intensive, allow for premium pricing and deeper client relationships. Building authority in your chosen field is crucial for successful knowledge monetization. Start by sharing valuable insights freely through social media, blog posts, or podcast appearances. This not only helps establish your expertise, but also builds an engaged audience who may become future customers. Wealthy knowledge entrepreneurs understand that giving away some of their best content actually increases the perceived value of their paid offering. The platform you choose for monetizing your knowledge can significantly impact your success. Online course marketplaces like Udemy or Skillshare offer built-in audiences, but come with platform fees and pricing restrictions. Creating your own website and marketing funnel provides more control and higher margins, but requires more initial setup and marketing effort. Many successful knowledge entrepreneurs use a hybrid approach, leveraging established platforms for exposure while building their own direct-to-consumer channels. Scaling knowledge-based income requires systems and automation. Create standardized processes for content creation, customer support, and marketing. Use technology tools to automate repetitive tasks like email sequences, payment processing, and content delivery. This allows you to help more people while maintaining the quality of your offerings and preserving your time for high-value activities. Protection of intellectual property becomes increasingly important as your knowledge business grows. Wealthy knowledge entrepreneurs invest in proper legal documentation, trademarks, and copyright protection. They also stay ahead of market trends and continuously update their offerings to maintain their competitive edge and prevent others from copying their successful formulas. The most successful knowledge monetization strategies focus on solving specific pressing problems for clearly defined audiences. Rather than creating general content for everyone, wealthy knowledge entrepreneurs identify narrow niches where they can provide exceptional value. This allows for higher pricing and more effective marketing, as the solution and its benefits become crystal clear to potential customers. Monetizing knowledge is not just about creating products, it's about building a sustainable business model. This includes developing multiple revenue streams, creating upsell opportunities, and building recurring income through memberships or subscription services. Wealthy knowledge entrepreneurs think in terms of customer lifetime value rather than one-time transactions. The true power of knowledge monetization lies in its ability to scale without proportional increases in time investment. Unlike trading time for money in traditional employment or service businesses, properly structured knowledge products can generate income while you sleep, travel, or work on other projects. This leverage is what makes knowledge monetization such a powerful tool in the wealthy person's arsenal. Lesson 9. Manage risk wisely. Wealthy people understand that protecting their assets is just as important as growing them. While many focus solely on accumulating wealth, the truly successful know that managing risk is a crucial component of long-term financial success. This wisdom comes from recognizing that wealth can be lost much faster than it's gained. The foundation of risk management starts with comprehensive insurance coverage. The wealthy don't just buy basic insurance policies. They strategically protect their assets through carefully structured coverage. This includes umbrella policies that extend beyond standard limits, specialized coverage for unique assets, and insurance products that protect against risks specific to their wealth-building activities. They understand that paying premiums is far less costly than facing catastrophic losses unprotected. Risk management in investments follows a different but equally important path. Successful investors don't chase the highest possible returns at any cost. Instead, they carefully assess the risk-reward ratio of each investment opportunity. This means understanding not just the potential upside, but also the maximum downside and probability of various outcomes. They use sophisticated tools like position sizing, stop-loss orders, and portfolio rebalancing to maintain their desired risk levels. Legal protection forms another crucial layer of risk management. The wealthy create structures like trusts, LLCs, and corporations to separate personal and business assets. These legal entities serve as firewalls, ensuring that problems in one area don't spread to others. They work with qualified attorneys to establish these protections before they're needed, knowing that trying to protect assets after problems arise is often too late. Diversification stands as perhaps the most powerful risk management tool available. The wealthy spread their assets across different investment classes, industries, and geographic regions. This approach goes beyond the basic stocks and bonds division to include real estate, private equity, precious metals, and other alternative investments. True diversification means ensuring that when one asset class struggles, others may thrive, providing stability to the overall portfolio. Risk management also extends to personal and professional relationships. The wealthy carefully structure business partnerships, document agreements thoroughly, and maintain clear boundaries between personal and professional finances. They understand that handshake deals and informal arrangements often lead to costly disputes. By establishing clear terms and expectations up front, they minimize the risk of relationship-based financial losses. Information security represents an increasingly important aspect of risk management in the digital age. The wealthy invest in protecting their financial and personal data from cyber threats. This includes using secure communication channels for financial transactions, maintaining strong digital security practices, and regularly reviewing their exposure to potential data breaches. They recognize that in our connected world, information security is as important as physical security. Regular review and adjustment of risk management strategies sets the wealthy apart from those who take a set-it-and-forget-it approach. They schedule periodic assessments of their risk exposure, adjusting their protection as their wealth grows and circumstances change. This might mean increasing insurance coverage, restructuring investment portfolios, or updating legal protections to address new threats or opportunities. The wealthy also maintain emergency reserves beyond their standard savings. These funds serve as a buffer against unexpected events and allow them to take advantage of opportunities that arise during market downturns. This liquidity management is a crucial part of their risk strategy, ensuring they're never forced to sell assets at inopportune times or accept unfavorable terms due to cash flow constraints. Human prudence and personal responsibility complete the risk management picture. The wealthy know that no amount of insurance, legal protection, or diversification can completely eliminate risk. They make conscious choices about which risks to accept, which to mitigate, and which to avoid entirely. This thoughtful approach to risk helps them sleep well at night while continuing to grow their wealth over the long term. Lesson 10. Multiply, don't just make. Money that merely sits in a checking account is money that's slowly dying. The wealthy understand that true financial growth comes not from simply making money, but from multiplying it through strategic leverage and compound effects. This fundamental shift in thinking separates those who build lasting wealth from those who remain stuck in the paycheck-to-paycheck cycle. The multiplication mindset begins with seeing every dollar as a potential worker in your financial army. When you earn $100, 0 cents, the wealthy don't think about how to spend it. They think about how to deploy it in ways that will generate more income. This might mean investing in dividend-paying stocks, contributing to a real estate investment, or funding a small business venture. The key is to create multiple pathways for your money to grow simultaneously. One powerful multiplication strategy involves using OPM, other people's money, wisely. The wealthy frequently leverage loans, partnerships, and investment vehicles to amplify their returns. For example, using a mortgage to purchase an investment property allows you to control a large asset and benefit from its appreciation, while only putting down a fraction of its value. However, this leverage must be approached with careful consideration of risk and return potential. The concept of money multiplication extends beyond traditional investments. Rich people often create systems that multiply their time and effort as well. They might develop a product once but sell it thousands of times, or build a business process that generates revenue without their direct involvement. This approach to multiplication focuses on scalable solutions rather than trading time for money. Another crucial aspect of money multiplication is the power of synergy between different income streams. The wealthy often find ways to make their various investments and business ventures support and enhance each other. A real estate investor might use rental income to fund a stock portfolio, which then provides dividends to invest in more properties. This creates a self-reinforcing cycle of growth that accelerates wealth building. The digital age has opened up unprecedented opportunities for money multiplication. Online platforms allow for rapid scaling of businesses, automated investment strategies, and global reach with minimal overhead. Smart wealth builders leverage these tools to create systems that multiply their efforts across time zones and markets, working 24/7 to grow their wealth. Understanding the velocity of money is also crucial for multiplication. This concept refers to how quickly money moves through different investments or opportunities. The wealthy know that money sitting still is a missed opportunity. They maintain enough liquidity for security while keeping the majority of their assets in motion, constantly working to generate returns. Perhaps most importantly, the multiplication mindset requires patience and a long-term perspective. While get-rich-quick schemes promise immediate results, true wealth multiplication often takes time to compound and grow. The wealthy focus on building systems and structures that may start small but have the potential to expand exponentially over time. The practice of money multiplication also involves creating protective mechanisms to preserve wealth while it grows. This means establishing legal structures, tax strategies, and risk management systems that shield assets from unnecessary losses. The goal is not just to multiply money, but to keep it multiplying sustainably over generations. Lesson 11. Think in assets, not expenses. The fundamental difference between the wealthy and everyone else often comes down to one crucial mindset shift: seeing purchases through the lens of assets versus expenses. While most people immediately categorize spending into necessities and luxuries, wealthy people first ask themselves, will this purchase appreciate or depreciate in value? This asset-focused thinking transforms how you approach every financial decision. Consider a $50,000 zero-cents vehicle purchase. The average consumer sees it as a necessity or status symbol, focusing on monthly payments and immediate gratification. The wealthy person evaluates whether that same $50,000 0 cents could be better deployed into income-producing real estate, business equipment that generates revenue, or investments with growth potential. They understand that true wealth comes from owning things that appreciate or produce income. Asset thinking extends beyond traditional investments. Education becomes an asset when it increases earning potential. Relationships become assets when they lead to opportunities and collaborations. Even personal purchases can be viewed through this lens. A home office that increases productivity, technology that enables additional income streams, or tools that help create valuable content or products. The wealthy also recognize that time itself is an asset, perhaps the most valuable one. They invest in systems, technologies, and people that multiply their time's effectiveness. A $200 0 cent software subscription isn't viewed as a monthly expense if it saves 10 hours of work that can be redirected toward revenue-generating activities. This perspective shifts spending decisions from "can I afford this" to "how will this multiply my effectiveness?" Digital assets have revolutionized this thinking even further. Wealthy people recognize that creating content, building online platforms, developing intellectual property, or establishing digital systems can generate value indefinitely with minimal ongoing cost. A well-crafted online course, for instance, might require significant upfront investment, but can produce returns for years to come. The asset mindset also influences how the wealthy approach liabilities. They understand that debt can be either destructive or productive. A credit card balance carrying high interest is destructive debt. A mortgage on a rental property that generates positive cash flow is productive debt. It's financing an asset that appreciates while providing income. This distinction guides their borrowing decisions and capital allocation. Even lifestyle expenses can be reconsidered through the asset lens. A gym membership isn't just a monthly drain if it maintains health and energy for peak performance. A vacation isn't purely an expense if it provides the mental reset and inspiration that leads to better business decisions or creative breakthroughs. The key is honestly evaluating whether these expenditures truly contribute to asset building or merely rationalize consumption. This thinking extends to business operations as well. While others focus on cutting costs, the wealthy look for ways to convert expenses into assets. Instead of perpetually paying for advertising, they invest in building a brand. Rather than repeatedly paying for leads, they develop systems to generate them automatically. They transform regular business costs into owned assets that appreciate over time. The wealthy also understand that some assets are intangible but invaluable. Personal brands, intellectual property, patents, and relationships often don't show up on traditional balance sheets but can be among the most valuable assets one owns. They invest deliberately in building and protecting these intangible assets, knowing their long-term value often exceeds more traditional investments. Living with an asset mindset requires constant vigilance against the consumption-focused messages bombarding us daily. It means questioning conventional wisdom about what constitutes a good purchase and remaining focused on long-term gratification rather than short-term gratification. The wealthy have mastered this mental discipline, evaluating every significant expenditure through the lens of asset creation and value appreciation. Lesson 12. Stay financially curious. The wealthiest people share one fundamental trait that sets them apart. They have insatiable curiosity about money, markets, and opportunities. This perpetual state of wonder and exploration drives them to discover new pathways to wealth that others miss entirely. They approach their financial education like scientists conducting endless experiments, always questioning assumptions and seeking deeper understanding. Financial curiosity manifests in constantly asking what if and why not questions that challenge conventional wisdom. While others accept standard advice about retirement planning or investment allocations, the financially curious dig deeper. They wonder why certain strategies work, what hidden factors might affect outcomes, and how they could potentially improve upon established methods. This questioning mindset leads to discovering opportunities that aren't obvious to those who simply follow the crowd. The practice of financial curiosity extends far beyond traditional investment vehicles. Wealthy people maintain awareness of emerging technologies, shifting consumer behaviors, and global economic trends. They recognize that wealth creation opportunities often arise at the intersection of different fields and industries. By staying curious about developments in various sectors, they spot potential connections and opportunities that others overlook. This broad curiosity helps them identify emerging trends before they become mainstream, providing first-mover advantages in new markets. Rich people also cultivate curiosity about the success of others. Rather than feeling envious or dismissive of others' achievements, they approach them with genuine interest and a desire to learn. They study the strategies, decisions, and mindsets that led to others' success, always looking for principles they can adapt and apply to their own circumstances. This open-minded approach to learning from others accelerates their own wealth creation journey. Practical financial curiosity involves regular deep dives into specific topics that catch their interest. When they encounter a new investment vehicle, business model, or wealth-building strategy, they immerse themselves in understanding its nuances. They read extensively, consult experts, and often conduct small experiments to test their understanding. This thorough approach helps them evaluate opportunities more effectively and make informed decisions about where to invest their time and resources. The financially curious also maintain strong networks of like-minded people who share their passion for learning about wealth creation. They participate in investment clubs, attend financial seminars, and engage in regular discussions about money matters with peers. These interactions expose them to diverse perspectives and create opportunities for collaborative learning and investment partnership. Technology plays a crucial role in satisfying financial curiosity in the modern era. Wealthy people leverage digital tools, apps, and platforms to track market trends, analyze data, and simulate various financial scenarios. They subscribe to specialized information services, follow industry experts on social media, and use sophisticated software to model potential investments. This tech-savvy approach to financial learning helps them stay ahead of market movements and make data-driven decisions. The most powerful aspect of financial curiosity is its compounding effect over time. Each new piece of knowledge builds upon previous understanding, creating an increasingly sophisticated framework for evaluating opportunities. This expanding knowledge base helps wealthy people recognize patterns, anticipate market movements, and make increasingly refined investment decisions. Their curiosity drives them to continue learning and growing, even after achieving significant financial success. Financial curiosity also serves as a natural antidote to complacency, the silent wealth killer. By maintaining an active interest in financial matters, wealthy people stay alert to both opportunities and threats to their wealth. They recognize that markets, technologies, and economic conditions constantly evolve, requiring continuous adaptation and learning. This mindset helps them preserve and grow their wealth across changing market cycles and economic conditions. The practice of financial curiosity transforms the wealth-building journey from a chore into an engaging adventure. Rather than viewing financial management as a necessary evil, the financially curious find genuine excitement in discovering new ways to grow and protect their wealth. This positive emotional association with money management helps them maintain their wealth-building habits over the long term, contributing significantly to their financial success.